Yo everyone, welcome in. My name is CM-GRUNT, aka the Children Middle guy with the Children Middle vibes, and we're going to be looking at the predictions for WrestleMania 40, and I want you guys to sit back and let me know what you guys' the predictions are. So we're going to get straight into it. Let's look at the first match. Okay, so the first match we're going to be looking at is the Women's Championship, and it's going to be Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. We're not going to be looking at it in any particular order. The only match that's going to be a guarantee is the last match, which will be the main event. So yeah, Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, I initially thought was a slam dunk. I initially thought to myself, it's gonna be Becky all the way, and now I'm not entirely so sure. I'm gonna put on my my booking hat on for a minute, but I believe that there is a genuine chance that Rhea's gonna keep this title, because I feel like it opens up storyline possibilities for the Judgment Day, which I'm gonna get onto when I start speaking about the tag team match. But genuinely, I feel that Rhea's gonna retain her title. I feel that it's gonna make her have a long reign, and it's gonna continue that long reign, but it's also gonna open up storyline perspective for later on down the line on Raw after Mania and later on in yeah. So we're gonna have a look at it, we're gonna see what happens, but I think Rhea for the win. So the next match we're gonna be talking about is the 6-pack ladder match, which is with the tag team titles. It's gonna be Awesome Truth, New Catch Republic, it's going to be the New Day, it's gonna be Judgment Day, DIY, and it's also going to be a town down under. And so, tying into the last match of what I was talking about, basically, I do not think that Judgment Day are retaining either title. Just for the record, for those that don't know, I believe it was mentioned on Raw that these titles are going to be separate, so they're probably going to be separated after this. Now, I do believe that it is possible that the same team could win both belts, but it's going to be highly unlikely. However, I believe that a team from each brand is going to win at least one set of belts. And so, I have gone with any of the Raw teams except for Judgment Day. So that could be Awesome Truth, DIY, or the New Day. If I could pick out of the three of them, and I am going to pick because I have to, it's a prediction video, I'm going to pick the Awesome Truth, simply because it was the story they were telling initially before they made it a 6-pack ladder match. So I'm going to go with the Awesome Truth. However, DIY and New Day both have credence as well, because DIY has been getting a lot of wins recently, and they've been on form, and New Day are the New Day. So either of those two could win, but I am going to go with the Awesome Truth here. I don't think that A-Town Down Under stand a chance. I don't think that Judgment Day stand a chance either, and I'll get onto that in a moment. But I think that New Catch Republic will be the SmackDown team that wins it. If you're really going to go all in on this new tag division. Go all in on Butch, aka Pete Dunne. Make sure that you just push them to the stratosphere and kind of rebuild your tag division around them. And in regards to Judgment Day, I feel that the Judgment Day will lose their titles, and then what will happen, or what I think will happen, is it's only gonna be Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley with something to brag about or something to talk about within the Judgment Day, which will be the Money in the Bank and the women's title. And I personally believe Damian Priest won't win his cash-in. Depending on who he faces, I don't think he'll win his cash-in, and that's why I genuinely believe that Rhea Ripley will be the only one to be able to say, look, I've got gold. Dominic ain't got gold. JD Madonna ain't got gold. Nobody's got gold but me. No one's got anything but me. And I feel that Rhea's going to be the only one who can say that. And that's why I think she's winning her title, or keeping her title, and Judgment Day are losing theirs. So let's go on to the next match. Okay, so next up we have got Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And again, I thought this was a slam dunk. I thought that whoever was going to go up against Gunther in this match was going to win. And I thought that whoever it was going to take the title off him and Gunther's reign will be done. I still believe that, but for different reasons now. And I feel like at first it was going to be Gunther would be going into Bash at Berlin holding the strap. Now I think he might be going into Bash at Berlin going for the world title. I feel like he's going to be elevated from this. I feel like he'll probably lose to Sami Zayn, and from that he will be going into Bash at Berlin potentially challenging for the gold. However, he could be going into that as the Intercontinental Champion. So to be honest with you, this is 50-50. But the only reason why I'm going with Sami Zayn is for the simple fact that he is ready for the world title. I believe that, you see how Roman Reigns has been given final boss vibes for at least a year now, and The Rock has now come in and called himself the final boss. I feel that Gunther has been showing that he's been given a final boss energy for pretty much the whole time he's had the title, in my opinion. And I feel that energy needs to be carried over to the world title scene. And he, at the moment, definitely deserves to be in it, and he's ready to be in it. So I believe that losing the title will give him the chance to be able to be in that title scene. Let him lose the title, let him be at Bash of Berlin and go for the title. But the problem with that is he should probably win the title if he goes for it there. But anyway, Sami Zayn for the win. Also, the story line that they're telling is a bit like Rocky, so I feel that Sami Zayn's gonna need to win for that reason as well, if they're going by that route. But we'll see, because it's possible Chad Gable could turn on him too. We'll see what happens, but I'm saying Sami Zayn for the win. Next up, and we're on to the next match now, the Uso match. It's brother versus brother for the third time officially at WrestleMania, and let's just be quick and easy on this one. It's got to be Jay. I mean, it doesn't make sense for it to be Jimmy. Jimmy's not been built up really. Jimmy, in the time that Jimmy was left, was kept away from Jay from the SummerSlam betrayal up until this point. They've barely been interacting with each other, and when they've been like doing their own thing, Jay's been elevated, Jimmy's not really been elevated. I know Jay's been taking L's as well, but Jay's also been getting dubs. Jimmy's not really been getting dubs, and neither Solo, to be fair, but we won't talk about that. But Jay, they're trying, they literally called him main event Jay Uso. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he has to get the win. It doesn't make sense for him to not get the win. Maybe they reconcile afterwards, we will see, but it has to be Jay. It's gonna be Jay. On to the next. Okay, so next up we've got Bianca and friends, aka Naomi and Jade Cargill, going up against Damage Control. There's a lot of things I find wrong with this, but a few things that I do find right is that Jade Cargill is getting her debut, Naomi's getting a nice little WrestleMania match, and I do believe that the good guys are going to get the win here, because Jade Cargill's not going to lose on her debut, let's be honest. Bianca Belair is Miss WrestleMania at the moment. She's still unbeaten at WrestleMania, and I believe that's going to tie into some things next year, but we'll leave it at that. I just believe that she'll get the win here as in regards to that. And Damage Control's not got their titles on the line. Now, if they did, I'd probably still say it would be whoever Bianca's teaming with, especially if Bianca was teaming with Jade Cargill to face Damage Control, but I thought that would have been a mistake if that had happened. But I would have been more inclined to go with Damage Control for the simple fact that they have the titles and deserve to keep them, and hence why they're not on the line right now. But they should have been defending them here. Not maybe in this match specifically, but definitely at WrestleMania, and I feel that that is a waste. However, the good guys will win this match. There's no way that Bianca's losing, and there's no way Jade Cargill's losing on her debut. So this is going to be a dub for Bianca and friends, and Bianca and friends always seems to be Damage Control. So on to the next. Okay, and we got our next match, which is the LWO Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee going up against Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, and I believe that this is going to be one for the heels. Now, hear me out on this one real quick. I believe it's going to be the heels for two reasons. One, they need to help to build up Santos Escobar. I feel that Dragon Lee is an amazing talent, but I don't feel like it's his time just yet. I feel like he can still get elevated. He still will get elevated going forward, and I do believe that if people believe he is a new luchador, if he is the new Rey Mysterio, then I believe that they will do what they can to boost him later on down the line. But right now, it's Santos Escobar's time. The heat that Dirty Dom has, he should be getting the dub. Santos should be getting the dub. But also, Dirty Dom didn't beat his dad the year before. So I believe Dirty Dom should be getting the dub here. That makes it 1-1. And then they should be doing a mask versus hair match. I'll probably make a video on that at some point. But I believe they should do a mask versus hair match. Or Dominic Mysterio should be facing his dad for the legacy of the mask. That's what I believe should happen. And I believe that Dominic winning here, or Dominic and Santos winning here, helps get to that point. So, yep, the heels for the win. Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. We are going to be looking at the last match now. And of course, it's the main event of night one, which is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus the Bloodline duo of The Rock and Roman Reigns, aka Samoan Dynasty. And I believe that it's going to be the Bloodline that win this match. Now, many reasons why I believe this is going to be the case, but hear me out. I feel like The Rock's probably not going to lose when he's just come back on his return match. I feel like Roman's not going to lose after he's not been pinned at all, other than Jay in the past, what, 3 years? Like, I don't believe that either of those two are going to lose. But also, for the whole purpose of having shenanigans in night 2, there is no way that they're not going to allow the Bloodline to win, to not have Bloodline rules. Also, it means that there can't be a dusty finish, or a stupid finish, or a dumb finish, or interference, whereas a DQ or something dumb at the end of night 2's main event. So we won't have a repeat of last year if it's a non-DQ match. So, and I believe that Cody's going to have his Avengers assemble moment, you know, on your left, and that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna have a bag of people going up against Roman, who Roman has wronged over the years, and that's what I feel that's gonna happen. I feel like whether Roman wins or not, we're gonna see in the next video what I predict, but I genuinely believe that that's how they're gonna play it, and I genuinely believe that it's gonna be a case of, oh, it's non-DQ, and now we're gonna be able to play off that in the second match. Seth's got heat with Rock, Cody's got heat with Rock, so I do feel that there's a singles match somewhere down the line, but for this tag match, I do feel like the Bloodline's gonna win this, and it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do in night 2. And that is the predictions for night 1. I did want to get night 2 on here as well, however, there is not enough time. We've already gone past 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure, so we're gonna have to keep it short and sweet, or as short as we can do. We're gonna go straight into night 2 on the next video, so make sure you check that out. That will be getting released real soon if it's not already released. And yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know your predictions. Let me know what you think of my predictions, and make sure you go check out my TikTok and other socials as well. I've got videos over there now. I've got videos breaking down some of these matches, or I will have them up, so make sure you go check that out. Subscribe to my channel, make sure you follow that channel, and yeah, appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in a bit.